Anthony now has Justin to blame. That's why we hired Justin.
Welcome back. You're watching a fabulous Friday edition of Liquid Lunch. I think it's been fabulous. And the things that happen in this studio when you're not watching are so much more compelling than most of what we tell you. But once in a while, we're going to try to let you behind the scenes on this stuff because this is real Americana, what's going on here. All right, this is the one. I booted it earlier because my watch is fast. And this is the WTF. What's the facts? He's already wringing his hands, so he's ready to kill me.
I have a couple here, but only a couple, actually. You were surprisingly not that inaccurate. But first, this is my final show before I go to Europe for the next 11 days. So I apologize to the viewers. You're going to be stuck with John and John alone for the next week and a half or so. But I will be sending postcards to the studio to be read.
And there's no guarantee they'll get here either because supposedly he sent everybody postcards from Aruba.
That's true.
And no one got them. So, I mean, it's a likely story.
Fair enough. Okay, so... but
the least you could do.
That's right. But so enjoy, John. And I do want to acknowledge a regular viewer of our show, my mother, Stephanie Morano, who not only is visiting us here in the studio today.
Let's bring her in.
No,
Come on, let's bring her in for a minute.
She won't go for it. She won't go
Steph.
for it. Trust me.
Stephanie's the best.
Yes, well, let me just say.
Viewers who watch the show, I know everyone texts me about how great Frank is. That's because he's the offspring of Stephanie.
That's true.
And Carmine is a great guy too, but Steph is just one of the best people you want to know.
But I do want to acknowledge, yesterday was her last day at her company that she'd been at for 30 years,
wow.
TIAA CREF, a big financial firm here in New York and around the country.
Probably the biggest in the world.
Yeah, so I know it's kind of a bittersweet day for her and her staff.
No, it isn't.
Well...
No, it isn't. She could be the house mom for Liquid Lunch now. She can come in a couple days a week.
That's exactly
keep everybody in line, make sure we're provisioned well.
That's exactly what she's hoping to do,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Well, you never know. I'm going to talk to her.
So
we can
good
use
luck.
a little more Morano around here.
Good luck to you.
Maybe I'll have Steph fill in for you one day.
Good luck with that.
While you're gone.
Yeah.
No?
Good luck, Mom, and best wishes to all her staff who will now be Stephanie.
TIAA CREF is one of the most reputable institutions on the planet.
Okay, the only errors...
You lost a great one, folks.
Thank you. Yeah, the only errors that I had... 30 years in one job. I mean,
that's amazing. Like, longevity is the key.
All your jobs together, I don't know.
I'm not even 30 years old yet. I mean, how can I be working for 30 years?
So one I want to acknowledge a couple of mistakes that you made today. Only 3 or 4. One, you made the joke about saying... that you just flew in and boy, are my arms tired. Now, it was funny. But then, I don't know why you made it a radio reference. You said it's like an old radio joke.
It was like
why is it
you're
radio?
right. It was like a Poconos joke.
A Borscht Belt, right?
Yeah, Borscht Belt.
But then, as if to justify your radio criticism, which is what I construed it as, you then said it's like a Milton Berle style joke. Now, Milton Berle is best known for being on TV.
Yeah, Jack
not
Benny.
on radio.
Jack Benny.
No, but so again, why is it radio? And
those guys were alive when there were no TVs. They started on radio.
I researched the origins of that joke.
Try to reveal. We'll be here all week.
And apparently, the first person to say that, at least popularly, the first recorded person ever to say it, was Bob Hope, not Milton Berle.
On radio?
No, on television.
Oh, all right.
And in live performances.
Once in a while, I talk you into not charging me for that error.
That's true. I do.
Not in this instance, and I deserve it.
All right. You also indicated that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, this is important actually, was funded by Bernie Sanders when she ran for Congress. She was not. And while she endorsed Bernie Sanders this time around, and she endorsed Bernie Sanders in 2016, Bernie Sanders never endorsed her. And has still
I didn't
never
say that.
endorsed her.
I didn't say endorsed.
You said funded.
Funded. And the Justice Democrats, with Cenk Uygur, who we had on the show from the Young Turks, they rounded up a lot of funding for AOC.
But that's not Bernie Sanders.
Well, they're for Bernie too. So they warehouse money and they give it to different candidates.
So let's clarify. It was not as if Bernie Sanders was directing money to AOC.
The PACs that aren't supposed to coordinate with the candidates, but they do, that raise money for Bernie also raise money for AOC.
All right.
Is that fair?
We're out of time.
I usually try to outlast them.
They'll have to wait.
I'm running out the clock.
They'll have to wait until we're back.
Frank's going to be gone for 10 days. It's going to be a Frankless week, but we're going to be here Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel, kicking down that door.